kind of continue to let this percolate in your being. For 40 days, do 40 fatihas. 40 days, 40 fatihas, 40 days.
40 fatihas a day.
40 fatihas a day for 40 days.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. So what's that, 40 days from now?
Yes. And I will give you a preview of what that's like, because Sufi talks about it in Wisdom for the Devoted. Okay, it's on page 155. So he says, the remembrance of Allah shadows the hearts of the Gnostics and overtakes them so that they forget everything. And some of you had that experience during the Fatiha where everything melted and just you're feeling like a rag, or you're just tired, or that melting sense. So the remembrance of Allah shadows the hearts of the Gnostics and overtakes them so that they forget everything. When this happens, the garden, which was lost in the time of Adam, becomes their abode. And the promised garden in this world is contentment with Allah's decree, and a heart in proximity to Allah who speaks intimately with you, and the veil between the servant and his Lord is lifted. Shall I repeat that?
Sure. Yes.
It's so beautiful. When this happens, the garden, which was lost in the time of Adam, becomes your abode. And the promised garden in this world is contentment with Allah's decree, and a heart in proximity to Allah who speaks intimately with you, and the veil between the servant and his Lord is lifted. In this case, the heart becomes calm with the real in its retreat, regardless of your state, without claiming any likeness to the Lord, because from Quran 42:11, there is nothing like him, and he is the hearing and the seeing. The promised garden, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises the believer, is to see his noble face without veils. The good is in traveling towards Allah. Evil is in turning away from him. Every action for which you wish a reward belongs to you, but every action you do for the face of Allah belongs to him. If you act and ask for a reward in return, you are rewarded with a creative thing. But if you act for the sake of Allah, your reward will be proximity to him, and seeing Allah. And then you will not pursue a reward for your actions in this lower world or the final world. For what could you add to Allah that is not him? Just a preview of what might potentially open for you in doing 40 fatihas for 40 days. Alhamdulillah, I just love that paragraph. The garden which was lost in the time of Adam becomes your abode.
What page is that on?
155, first paragraph. And the promised garden is contentment with Allah's decree, and a heart in proximity to Allah who speaks intimately with you. And that veil between servant and Lord is lifted. So, alhamdulillah, this is my prayer and I wish for all of you to just spend the last 10 minutes that we have together, either in or with questions. Covered a lot today. Any questions, any comments? Any.
I think we're all sitting here in euphoria.
I'm sorry?
I think we're all sitting here in euphoria.
In euphoria. Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, we're cooked.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then let's pray. I think Asr is in, is it not?
Yeah, about 7 minutes.
7 minutes. So we'll have
We can
seven.
set the room.
So we can, we can have 7 minutes of silent remembrance, as you wish. I don't want to give you any more. Somebody said you're cooked. And we've got all tomorrow. So, alhamdulillah. So one of the things that I like to do at the end of the day is just reflect. And when I'm reflecting, remembering Allah, but also asking from a deep place in my heart, what marifa, what knowledge, what understanding opened for me today? And when I do that, what happens is it helps ground the teaching. So it doesn't just become an experience that gets lost as a nice experience, but it gets grounded in my being, so that becomes kind of the next piece of walking. Right? So just take a moment and just reflect on, what did I learn today? What opened for me? What changed? What new understanding? What new knowledge? Because as we gain new knowledge and as we gain new understanding, this is, again, what deepens our faith. So, Roddy, what did you learn today?
I learned about the only word I can use to describe it is the lullaby of the Fatiha.
The lullaby of the Fatiha. What does that mean for you?
That it was like really being held.
So you learned what it means to really be held.
Yeah.
Tukena, what did you learn today?
I learned, I found this grace that it's pretty hard. And I learned, I mean, it's not that I learned it, I experienced the power of the combination of Allah and the angels working together. And this last healing that I just did with my stroke.
Power of Allah.
And the amount of change and how quickly that piece of darkness was able to resolve you.
I always like to remember that one.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes we carry around this stuff for years and years and years, and power of Allah and the angels can, instead of 20 years of therapy and 20 minutes, it's gone forever. Yeah, sometimes even faster than that, yeah. Birthday girl, what'd you learn today?
Something about being seen and receiving and maintaining connection at the same time.
So can I rephrase it that it's okay to be seen?
Sure.
Huh?
Isn't that simplifies things?
Yep. This is an important one because even though a lot can see a black ant under a black rock in the midnight, it's nice not to hide. You can get to experience more of Allah's blessings that way. Anybody else? What did you learn today? Yes.
I had the image of the Pietà
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the Fatiha, and it was like that even in the depth of ourselves, the mercy of Allah is holding us like
Good. Mercy of Allah.
turn to Allah, give it to Allah, receive it from Allah, and ask and receive.
And for me, that's expressed as everywhere you turn, there is the face of Allah. Everywhere you turn, there is the face of Allah. Important nugget if you it's helpful in getting through whatever's going on. Everywhere you turn, there's the face of Allah. So on that note, let's pray. Thank you, everybody. It was a great day.
You know what she read about